everyone, and welcome into this video where I'm going to be talking about how to help your sensitive children navigate the crazy, busy intensity known as the holidays. My name is Christy Whistler. I am an intuitive and astrologer, and I'm also the parent of two highly sensitive, multi-dimensional kids. So if you would like some support right now with your children or yourself, I do have two special holiday offerings available for you. The first is Chart Your Stars, where we explore and uncover your soul's unique direction with astrology, or your children's, which is one of my favorite ways of doing birth chart readings is for kids. And the second offering that I have is Messages from the Souls, where you receive intuitive channeled messages from your soul and this moment that you are in and any direction or guidance to help you on your way. So please send me a message at christywhistler.com to get that going for you. And please like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, all the things. It really does help me so much to reach more parents who are like you, who want to meet their children with who they are and how to support them in ways that are very different and unique to conventional society. So I appreciate you all so much, and thank you for that. As I said in this video, I really want to focus on how to support your highly sensitive child and navigating the holidays. So this is going to be for kids, but if you are a highly sensitive person yourself, everything that I'm going to share here will still resonate for you because the principles are the same. And the first one is to really put your finger on the pulse of your child's sensitivity and their energies. How are they experiencing the moment that they're going through? How are they reacting? How are they behaving? Many times our children can't say with words what they're feeling and why. And it's the why part that you really want to target. So they may be using behavior to tell you that they are incredibly overwhelmed and anxious with all the energy of the holidays. And so you might find that you have a toddler who's having a massive tantrum, bigger than normal, quicker than normal. Or you could have, a 13-year-old who's also having a tantrum and very emotional, more so again than normal. So tune into that. Tune into how they're reacting and how it's not their normal way of coping and dealing with situations. That is going to be your specific way in to the child that you have. So pay attention to those. The second point I want to bring up: how much is actually on your holiday to-do list? What are the expectations? What are the obligations that are coming in from outside forces, outside opinions about what your holiday should do and to be and to look like? I would actually encourage you to even write out a list. Write it all down. I mean, everything from we need to go see Christmas lights to we have to make Christmas cookies. And then every single holiday party that your child is going to, write it down. Anytime there's going to be a present exchange or lots of people gathering, lots of sugar, write it down. This is going to help give you a really clear idea of oh my gosh, this is actually a lot. And how close together are those events? Because you may have a child who really needs to be like the crab in Cancer, to have time of going within. Or that could just be a normal experience of children right now, or of ourselves, especially when we're highly sensitive, is we need even more breaks than normal. to deal with this moment, the intensity, the overwhelm, everything that's in the energy field. That your kids, again, especially if they're highly sensitive, if they're psychically sensitive, they will be picking up on this. And I'd like to really encourage you to see from the eyes of your child, to see from their body, okay, what their body is telling you and directing you, what those experiences, I mean, though fun, okay, opening presents is a ton of fun. And yet, what's the point of overwhelm for them? What is the point where their body is suddenly fully out of control? They have no actual control of their body or their emotions because it's too much. So again, put your finger on their pulse, parents, and let them be the guide for you with this holiday stuff, okay? Let them show you what is too much and what is just right. I'd like to really encourage you to tune in and identify the child that you have. I know there's a lot of expectations out there. Again, all these obligations. We got to go to all the extended family parties. But that might not actually be the right place for the child that you have, for their sensitivities, for their energies. Just as a quick example, I'm filming this down here at the desert near Salton Sea, Thanksgiving holiday. And we're down here because of the wide open spaces, because it's calmer, it's quieter. Eric can just walk around barefoot, clothes, no clothes, up to him to decide, because there's no one else here and the property is so big. It's like he can finally dispel all the energy that's going through him. Or we could be up in Northern California with the rest of Sean's family, which it would be fine and fun if it was the right fit for them, for my kids. But sitting around in a room full of a bunch of adults talking isn't going to work for them, especially if they need to behave and not, go running around like crazy and jumping off couches. I mean, the things that kids do. That's just not a good situation for them to be successful. And yet down here, it's exactly where, especially Eric needs to be, but both of them, and myself included. So again, where can your child be successful? That's what you want to focus on. Doesn't matter what anyone else in the world is saying, what your child should do. It's really about your child and what they can do. So focus on that and take back whatever sovereignty that you need as a parent to give that to them. What are your priorities on your holiday list? That's going to be my next thing to ask of you. Really write down what are the things that are the must-dos, the things that you know you will enjoy and your child will enjoy and be successful at, okay? Write those down and make those your top on your list. And anything else, okay, which is leading it into my next point, is to say no thank you. And to do so with love. It's again, reclaiming back your power and supporting your child in the way that they uniquely need. That's exactly what we did for this Thanksgiving trip. Is when I heard that this was the plan for Sean's side of the family, I was like, okay, have a great time. That's actually not going to work for my kids. We're going to do something else instead. So however that shows up for you, don't be afraid to do that. This is really about, okay, coming into my next point, is reclaiming your power and your sovereignty as a parent. Doesn't matter what all the commercials say or, very materialism, consumer getting pushed at us right now, all the Black Friday deals, all the things that you got to do, all that stuff, okay? Toss it out the window. You do whatever it is that you need to do that works for you and the child that you have. And of course, they will be the ones guiding you, and you are really reclaiming your intuition about them and telling the world, no, we're just not going to do that. We're going to do what works for them. This really is a time of slowing down. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're coming into wintertime. Now, many of you don't have the sunshine or just a light sweater on, and I am wearing shorts like I do. And you're actually bundled up. It's colder outside. You may have snow. You may not have the option of getting your bare feet on the ground just because of the weather. The days are getting shorter. We don't have as much light. Nature is telling us right now to go within, to go slow. This is a time of reflection, deep thinking. This is not a time to go running around like crazy. That's just not in alignment with nature and with what our own bodies are feeling. So tune back into that cycle, the cycle of nature. This is universal laws, all right? Not these man-made expectations and obligations around the holidays and Christmas and New Year's and the whole thing, okay? Tune back into nature right now. This is going to be the best for yourself, best for your children, okay? It's going to really help with this anxiety and the overwhelm that is in the collective field. And if you can, go into nature. Even if it's just standing outside and feeling the sun, if you have sun, or just feeling the wind, breathing in that crisp, snowy air. And let that tune you back into yourself and bring you back into alignment. So I do hope that these tips have been helpful. I will have another video. I don't know when it's going to come out. We're going to depend on what my kids and their energy will let me with the filming. But about special needs children and this holiday expectation and obligations. But I really wanted to focus here on just the sensitivities, the anxiety and the overwhelm that our kids can really be picking up on just from this moment, just from the holidays, and how we can better navigate that. And I know I've just barely touched on the surface. So please let me know, what are your experiences with your kids? I'm sure sugar, too much sugar, is probably high on your list of what you need to be mindful of and watch out for. So please leave me comments and let me know if this resonates. If you have any other ideas that you would like to share with other parents here, I would appreciate that so much. And again, I do have those two offerings, the holiday sales, Chart Your Stars, and Messages from the Soul. So if that sounds great to you, send me a message and we'll set you up. Again, 10% off until the end of the year, which is really funny that I'm like, oh, materialism. But yes, I do have an offer for you for the holidays. I do know that money is tight right now, and I wanted to share that with you. But please do like this video, share it to any of your other parent friends out there who could use some support at this time. I really appreciate you all so much for being here. And I hope you navigate this holiday moment the best that you can. And to please remember, this is not about perfection. In fact, every year, Sean and I really kind of go and reflect on what worked and what didn't work, and how we can do things better for the next holiday cycle. So again, thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and enjoy the rest of your holiday season. Take care, and bye-bye.